What's up, everybody? Hello. Welcome back to the stream as usual. Gonna keep continuing our playthrough of Control, which is a great game. I recommend everybody to play on your own. Definitely buy the PC version or pirate it because it's on Epic Game Store and people really don't like it. But the game is really good. It runs pretty well even on an older computer like mine, so it's great fun. Definitely check it out yourself. Take your time and play through it. So we'll be getting back to the game, running around the old house, discovering all the crazy mysteries and things of that nature, finding out the truth. And let's jump into it. Let's get the game launched. Showing up here in just a second. There we go. Move the screen so I can see it better. If anyone's ever played a game called Alan Wake, this game is actually in the same universe. And it does make multiple references to Alan Wake. Pardon me. I can't think of the guy's name right now. I'm drawing a blank on it. Oh yes, Dr. Darling. The guy who plays that character in this game actually voiced Alan Wake. Interesting, it's turning me right here to give me like the do you want to continue, like the game new plus and things like that. 1 second. Sorry about that, had to sneeze and didn't want to blow out everyone's eardrums, be it on speakers or headphones. Not that good to sneeze. Alright. Need to upgrade the grip next. Because your standard shot pistol really is pretty much the most useful weapon out of everything. I mean, you can get some cool things, you know, like the rapid fire. But just your straight shooter, that seems to be pretty good. I'm going to readjust the audio for the game. Lower it down just ever so slightly. Directorial override panel. Yay! New place to go. This place, like right here, they're showing is kind of like a hub.
That's it. The other sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
Fast travel. This game is actually pretty large. It's something that kind of surprised me, as I was expecting kind of like a more confined, smaller game, and it really does get kind of large. That's an ominous thing. I've never seen that background movie freeze before.
Hope has asked us to talk.
Jesse, you made it. And you lifted the internal lockdown.
Let's talk, Emily.
Yes, of course.
Listen, Emily. Screw it. Just tell her. I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's landfill. The slides created doorways to other places. Bad things happened. Came through. That's all she gets. The rest stays locked inside. But we found help. Through one of the doorways, we met something. A being.
A being? What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad things that came through the doorways were gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got Dylan. I left him behind.
Bureau agents took your brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me.
And now I
just
run that
wanna find
agency.
Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
What happened to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
I've never heard of it. But around here, I assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the ordinary AWE case files after you mentioned it. Trench and Darling were both involved. A large area of the containment sector was reserved for it. The case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there. Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's hope you two get along. She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head. She led me to you. I call her Polaris.
As in a guiding star. Did Polaris know about the hiss? If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, she's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible.
You tested
Jesse.
positive for every
The
drug
cross-referencing
imaginable.
The database, I found 2 matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes, but one was P6, referring to a prime candidate for a potential future bureau director. This was logged years ago.
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like our best lead on Dylan. I need to go after her. How can I get to the research sector?
Use my keycard. The sector elevator will take you there.
Marshall is the next step. What Emily told me about Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past. I am so close to something. Do you feel it? Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit. I helped you. You owe me now. And when time comes, I will come calling.
So every once in a while, you'll get like these message alerts, like for new missions, like major targets. Go to the NSC energy converters, and it's like a big long battle. But once you complete them, you can get like points to upgrade your abilities and money and things of that nature. So they're pretty good to do every once in a while. For me, the thing is though, if you die, then it will it goes away instantly, and then after a certain amount of time it'll just respawn a new mission for you to try.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege, to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the Director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone.
Oh no! Let's see, do you have anything new to say?
Hi, Jesse.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be?
But he's usually in his office in research, or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few, all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve. He didn't let you into his labs?
Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought up a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. Yet one time, a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water. It was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How do people work here?
So we saw a document earlier talking about a shark being in a room and then just authorized to kill it if you see it. So that was the incident. So apparently the old house shifted around, transported a tiger shark into a meeting room with 2,000 gallons of water, and some people got hurt.
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before, and studying them requires new instruments, methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? We know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What, I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of. Why?
Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like a really good thing here. Like, definitely hold off on the tests. Let me go through. There's something I want to check in the options real fast. Options. Display 60. Okay, yeah, we're good with that. I was just kind of curious about what's going to be happening on that. Alright, so back into resume the game. Resume the game and go.
You know, it's just, wow. I mean, this blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
See you soon.
Be careful out there.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Okay, so I can now do another slot. Excellent. So yeah, it's 20, 15. It's basically make like my my special bar like for throwing things and dashing recover 20% faster. Energy launch cost 9, 7, 9. Okay, so where is that one mission to? We'll do that real quick. Energy converters. So these tend to be like big fights that you have to do for a while. Keep people alive, like the rangers and other people fighting the hiss. You want to keep them alive, and in order to complete the little task. After a while, it'll say just like mission complete, even though you're still in the middle of this huge firefight. So it is in here, okay. Okay, we wasted no time on that one. These orb things you want to kill first if possible, because they heal people. Yeah, it's not going to be doable for a while. This is a bad position. You got one of those healing orbs right there, too. Those are kind of tricky to take out when you're, like, low damage right now. So that mission, we'll say, like, mission failed when I pop up usually when it reloads. And after about a couple more minutes, like about another 10-20 minutes or so, Somewhere along that, it seems like it'll throw up a new mission for me to do. Yeah, really weird. I don't know why the background movie is not playing the little fractal part. It's supposed to keep moving and spinning, but for whatever reason, it's just not doing it. Try relaunching the game in a second. Okay, that's just gonna quick autosave. Let me relaunch the game. That might, hopefully it'll fix it. Research. Research is kind of big. This is like a big hub.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications.
So now I can throw their bodies around, which is kind of fun. Assuming I don't miss. Snipers. Or recycle. Like, welcome to this new segment of the game. We're just gonna, like, send this army after you. And something this game doesn't tell you about is these like little blocks here. So if you find them, you need to like kill them, and then you can open up to new areas. That's something I had to figure out on my own. It doesn't say like, hey, if you find these things, shoot them, and they'll open up new areas, and you can progress through. Because if you get too close to that without doing it, it just, you know, it just beats you up. So that's actually where I need to go, is back up here, but I want to explore a little bit further more. For those who among us, or who among us has touched the foundations of this world and deemed them solid? Cafeteria. Black Rock analysis. Strike you odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of his. I mean, just for stand there, he doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong, beats a day in the lab, plus it's always great to work with you. Yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of 2 Black Rock samples you sent. Prism, or whatever you called it, filed them in the usual place. C for Carla. Yeah, this guy's got a crush on Carla. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I would gladly explain. Maybe we could chat it over, some drinks or dinner even. Yeah. Smooth move to ask out your coworker in an official memo. And copyrighted music comes out of there, but I have it muted, so don't have to worry about that. One of the sections over here is, it's not a control point, but there's like a whole bunch of mold growing. And you get the ability to float. You can actually like safely float down there. I think you can still navigate by jumping down from like, you know, tier to tier, but the enemies down there are going to be like really a lot stronger than I can contend with at the moment. Thresholds have always been sources of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the oldest house by blank, we never know what new discoveries they'll provide to the Bureau, but we must always seize these opportunities. The report will examine the process of distinguishing recent threshold effects based on their utilitarian possibilities. quarry brought black rock, one of our most invaluable discoveries. But if the mold has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go in fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very distinct cases and worth comparing, as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. So there's a spread of mold growing throughout the place. You can see it's continuing to move onward. And it's a problem. It needs to be fixed. I think there's a there's a control point way upstairs. It's probably going to trigger another fight, but... This is basically almost entirely redacted note. They're like, yeah, in order to protect like altered world events, do this, and everything's redacted. That's where I came in. Original research. Plant complaint. Hey, Nimix. Yes, she still has the Brazilian butt. She's using that Brazilian butt booster. Just wondering about the plants and research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, the janitor does have a nice voice. The plants sure seem to like it. They could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. Where these plants come from? No one seems to know. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Yes. Attack of the Killer Spider Plants. Very popular movie. Synchronicity. Blah. Okay, so there's a control point upstairs I don't think I can get to just yet. It's on the other side of this wall, and I can't get to it just right now. Oh, Darling's office doesn't have any shortcuts on it.
I've been fielding.
Got a call about 5:30 p.m. today. Previous company found some money. Hey, cool. That's good news. Starting back, getting some money, getting paid, being employed, moreover. That's good news. I would still be very concerned, though, because you never know when they're going to suddenly lose money again, or not be able to find it, and you're going to be in the same position you were before. Ooh, 100% remote, so no more early morning commutes into the city every once in a while.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway?
Wow, Jerry Seinfeld. Oh, you spilled your booze, man. That's an ultimate sin.
Despite what you may have heard,
Ultimate party foul.
HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them.
We are monitoring how many times you dump, though. I mean, it's a personal thing of mine.
Whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver.
A 35-pound lead-lined life preserver.
The thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified not water might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat.
So he knew the hiss were coming. He made those
HRA,
things.
Don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding.
It will be excruciating. Never-ending hell.
Questions recently regarding HRs?
Astral plane. Dr. Darling insisted that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the blank, an entity or group of entities that have little information on allowed access, since written report states it's a clear link between these objects of power, blank, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. Work supposes that these links are innate, in fact ingrained in the very blank of objects, hotline, service weapon. Okay, and then a whole bunch of questions without any answers to them. Astral plane. Theorize that it's inhabited by paranatural energies, or awesome, altered world events occurred in vicinity, creating altered items. Over time, a link was created, astral plane, to that item, making an object of power. So basically, every once in a while, like, something in the astral plane will leap over and say, "Hey, cool, a rubber duck," and turn into an object of power. So, astral plane was an early threshold in the oldest house. Connection is severed. Now the two linked solely through objects of power. So, additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of powers were placed on Earth as tests by some of the astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and then the objects were left behind. So they're like theorizing, like, well, maybe we were part of the astral plane, then we got split off somehow. Who knows? I just really can't remember how to get over to here. I want to. Can't jump. I need to get down to parapsychology. Yep. Let me in. Oh, another happy, fun place.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Well, sucks to be you. No, alright, I'll go help. See, there'd be something right there. There was not. Okay, I'm not sure what that throw was. That was better. Man, why are all my throws being terrible? More fun's in there. Emergency calls, transcripts of a call to California State Emergency Services. 911, what's your emergency? Hello, can you hear me? I'm inside the wires, I'm lost. Dispatcher, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up, I might go if you hang up. Go where, dude? Away. Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but was no longer in service. Floating disc, perfectly normal. Another hiss. Okay, nothing of use up here. Got it.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes. The astral plane. What you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally...
Ooh, Pierce. So Pierce is like, you know, it says precise charge shot. You only get 2 shots with it before it has to reload, but it's pretty strong, can penetrate a couple bad guys at once. Pardon me. Really good against armor. But I really need to upgrade the grip of my standard pistol first.
important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified.
Heading the right way? No, I'm not, but that's alright. Astral Exhibition was originally built for the astronauts, haha, to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. So they've sent people into the astral plane. Could have done a better job with it, but Blank was being stingy with the budget. However, once we decided to repurpose the space, similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the Blank's behavior in an environment similar to its own dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in with it. Rome wasn't built in a day. New naming conventions have been established for the astral entity now known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms of this report have been redacted. So they built like a training course to expose people to what it's like in there, where I keep going to learn new items. Beautiful. And we got this lovely thing. I'll be fighting him later.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it. An early hypothesis was...
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
Yeah, they brought back one of those stupid things. Guess who's got to trap it? Crap, too slow. Gotta remember to do the dash, make it faster. Okay, so now it's contained.
What's the Bureau doing with that thing?
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here!
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
Didn't even see that rocket coming. Come on. The problem with the rockets is every once in a while it just won't grab them. Come on, run faster.
If anyone is listening, we've encountered resistance. We've fallen back to the lock department. All agents are ordered to converge here.
Low health boost. And it's like, we're looking into telepathy. We think it's a thing. Which we kind of know it is. I've been throwing things around. Hypnosis lab. I don't think I can get to that one just yet, though. Yeah, I don't think I can get to this one just yet, but I'm going to check it out real fast. Yeah, this is the one where they're all just standing around.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Amazing. Amazing. And yeah, you do want to kill these guys, because if you do get the object of power, they will be waiting for you otherwise. I love this puzzle. It's like, oh no, what's the solution? You see where on the right, like you got the left screen, you got the right screen. On the top where it says control unit, right up above it's a picture of a cube that's partially shaded. That's the answer. It's like, how nice of you to put the answer right here.
Please stay state your name for the record.
Paul Warren, astronaut, first class.
And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal untangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good?
Yeah.
Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
I don't need no suit. Ah, yes, seize is kind of helpful. Lets you grab use of enemies and they will fight on your side. Just gotta get him weak. There it is. I was like, wait a minute, I'm missing something. Where's that control point? There's nothing back here. These are just like deprivation tanks. There is something here I don't think I can get. Nope, I can't get to it. Okay. I remember floating up here to get to it. They're like, yeah, we just got them to see if we can help get people into the astral plane with these methods instead, and it didn't work. They're like, yeah, some Japanese guy used a whole bunch of sensory tank deprivation tanks. We should look into that. And that's all that one says. I remember doing these not too long ago, so... let's see. So I went out through there. Stairs are here. I'm trying to work my way back to a control point so I can save and upgrade real quick. It's a ways back, that's gonna be worth it. Alright, abilities, here we go. Energy. Need more energy. I destroyed you. There. Fixed. Oh, there's a control point right here. Haha. Ran all that way for nothing. Good job, me.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She got that right.
More of you? Really?
You're mine. Thank you. Need elevator. Door one here and another one here.
Welcome to the party, ma'am. Marshall is right down the hall.
This is the control point I was trying to get to earlier.
Marshall is waiting for you in the luck lab, just down the hall.
Nothing there. Couldn't remember if there's something in the bathrooms back here. Dead body. Note. Rubber duck supplement. Discovered in the home. Agent of home. Yeah, discovered in the home of Agent Blank after his young daughter complained of being followed by a rubber duck. According to Agent, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of a child's imagination until he began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. Update: it was discovered that Agent Blank was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. Agent Blank has been terminated. Not Agent Blank. He's got kids to feed.
There you are. I was starting to worry. Congratulations on your appointment, Director Faden. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
Just let me run into an ambush. Don't peek through and help me. Don't be useful.
I see rangers over there. We have to help them.
No, you don't. Ah, crap. Oh. Thanks, game. There, now they'll stop healing everybody. Oh, just about to grab that guy. So every one of these things that triggers a boss fight or something. Yeah, this is it. This is that fight. Pretty much. It's a good, description of it. Further in you go, the more crazier crap happens. That's pretty much what happens. Like, it just gets like creepier and freakier and everything else as you keep going. Remember, this is all inside one building. It's kind of like Felix's magic bag, or the TARDIS from Doctor Who. I've heard. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. Where you just like small place enter in, it's like really huge on the inside. Still short. If I can do the pierce, I might as well build that. I already heard that one, the liability. Like, do you accept liability for going in? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, spin, pierce. Upper shot. Zoom. It's pretty good. Zoom helps. Damage after a kill is really good with this. Alright. Health. Oh, it's 12, it's 11. That. So it's like a super powerful shot, can go long range through people. Kinda useful. Let's see, ritual office or something back here. Remember one of these like brings you like right into a fight. It's like as soon as you like get out, as soon as the elevator door opens, there's like a huge guy waiting for you. Okay, it's not here, thankfully. Good. Carla, thank you for the files. Very helpful. We re-archived it with the BlackRock research. Yes, the video shoots are always interesting. So this is like earlier I found a memo about this guy asking this girl out, Carla. They work with. They're both like the two other people you see in Dr. Darling's videos walking around. But she's kind of shooting them down. She's like, hey, let's, we could talk about it, over dinner or coffee or something. And she's just like, yeah, his shoots are interesting there. I'm analyzing BlackRock. Don't have any questions. Thanks for your delivery. Bye. He was like, oh, that was brutal. Sorry, you got friend. You didn't even get friend zoned. You just got like denied. Rituals, obsessive compulsive disorder, hoarding, anxiety disorders. While certain manifestations of these conditions are simply the result of mental illnesses, sometimes the individuals are simply performing blank called rituals. The blank of rituals can vary: numerology, dream logic, forfeiture, verbal formulae, repetitive action, and causal tethering are just some of the procedures involved. Some rituals are consistent, such as pulling the light switch cord 3 times to enter the motel, but some are erratic. While most people engage in minor rituals every day, the vast majority do not understand the importance behind their actions. Avoiding disaster, amassing luck, or simply locating lost keys are all the results of daily rituals. Individuals who recognize a deeper meaning behind these compulsive actions are inherently aware of the paranatural world and, when located, should be considered for employment at the Bureau. Refer to file blank for full report. So basically, people who are OCD, hoarding, anxiety, they do all these rituals and stuff like that. Turns out that most of them are not crazy. They're actually tapping into the paranatural world. So you lose your car keys, you do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around every time, and you magically find your car keys. That's the reason why. I just say if it's the last place you look, then just look there first, but that's me. The rubber duck.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
Yes, quack quack. Space duck. So just like faintly move, echo the blur. So a little bit later on, that duck gets loose and you have to catch it, and it teleports like all over this room like crazy. So I don't think there's anything else here.
This way to the lab? Okay.
Looks like I'm in a Resident Evil game all of a
Must
sudden.
like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here.
Except for you have to have, like, Chris
can't help
Tucker
us
and
with
Jackie
Dylan,
Chan yelling that at each other.
He's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the hiss.
So I need to get up there. Don't have the ability yet. Come back for that. I wonder what the password is. Oh, this puzzle. This one stinks. This one took me a little bit to get.
Any idea how to make it work?
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
So each terminal is numbered. That's number 2. This is number 1. And you have to find the punch cards and put them in the correct machine in the right order. And it's a process of elimination. You know, this thing will say, like, okay, you know, too powerful for us, dimensions, feedback loop. And you'll see little things like this. So you have to go through and figure out to see which ones are which. 1. Black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock, distinct in their shape and potency, while density of black rock dampens paranatural forces. A unique blank structure of prisms retain frequencies in the range of so to so hertz, permeating with perfect harmonization. So black rock, which there's a quarry somewhere in here inside this building, it's where they're getting all this black rock from. It like stops the paranatural abilities for things going
We need
on.
to find all the punch cards.
Yeah, I heard you. I don't care. I'm reading, explaining things. You could help. I mean, that would be helpful. Yeah, so like I said, you have process of elimination. It's a pain in the butt. I ain't doing it. I've done it once before. I'm not doing it again. Let's see. Control. Game. Go move this so I can see everything at once. Didn't want to do that. There we go. There we go. All right. This is 5. No, it's 4, of course. One, this is 2.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
There's 3. Terminal 4. And 5. Perfect. Put the screens back where you can see everything again, and there we go. All right. Let's do some science. Oh no, too much science.
The prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan. We need more Black Rock prisms to make this machine work.
So now I get to go to the quarry.
Darling has another lab, down in the Black Rock processing site and maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way.
But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm the only one who can help.
Fine. I'll get the prisms first.
Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive.
That's why that I'm the director.
Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
But I don't have the highest clearance card. I have to keep getting it from other people.
Immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Remember, we're indoors, but you can clearly see stars and a galaxy. Formation clouds for stars.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
Okay, and there's a control point. Around here somewhere.
Welcome back.
Hope wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
She wants us to crack Darling's personal logs? He'll crucify us if he finds out. Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data?
Darling's dead.
She must think he's hiding something.
He's not. They don't know where he is.
The HRAs alone are proof Darling knew more than he let on.
Give me all energy. Down to 1. Seize is a lot more useful. I mean, I hardly ever use shield. It just tends to be just too unreliable. So I don't deal with it a whole lot.
Physical alterations in his corrupted organisms vary so wildly. What's the connection?
They're analyzing the hiss, they're trying to learn how they speak, and they don't know what's going on. They just know they're chanting, but they can't hear or figure it out. I don't think she has anything new to say.
Hi, Jesse.
Yep, you have nothing new to say.
Be careful out there.
We don't have the facilities here to analyze something's
See if I can finally get that one done. Alright, so that was furnace chamber right here. Yesterday, as you remember, I was trying to throw all these barrels into the waste and into the furnace. Game kind of glitched. It threw them all in there, and they're like, "Nope, you're still missing one, even though you have them all." So we'll see if it properly reloads it this time. Fingers crossed.
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he alright? HRAs first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan, once I find him. Can you keep him safe? Like you do with me? Did Ati mean barrels full of hazardous biological material?
Yes, he did. And this is the barrel that got thrown in last time and then just didn't register it.
That's all of them.
Yay! Alright, cool. I got damage boost. That's what I was waiting for. Damage boost is good. Makes your weapon stronger, so it's like, yes, that is one you definitely want to have. Turn the brightness back up. Now we're out of the worst room in the entire game. Okay, this is where it was. It's where I did the control, but control room. Go this way. Okay. So remember there was like this central round area. I've actually been through there before. And one of the doors leads to the quarry where I need to go. Yeah, I got everything in here already. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. BlackRock processing is right here. There's something about... No, I think I got the one that has to do with field training.
Resonance is the key. Vibration, frequencies, waveforms, fields we didn't know were there. It's physics. These fields in complex interaction, altering reality that comes to contact with them. Hedron is communicating with me. He's trying to warn me of something imminent. I've been using every known method to analyze the data. Exposing myself to it. I'm seeing things and overcome by compulsion. It's not just data, it's protection. It's benign. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Yes, field testing, that's the one I got already. Okay, so we're good for that. This is gonna be an ambush. Tennyson report. Was in the trenches on the warpath. What Tennyson report thing? He wants to know who wrote it, and he wants to know yesterday where this is going to get crucified. Don't know if it was one of you guys. I don't want to know. Not super keen on leading a witch hunt, so tell everyone in the sector to keep their heads down. Best not to be on everyone's radar right now. Okay, let's see. I don't think there's. I think it's just probably you and me. Some days are slow, some days are busy. It comes and goes. This is a problem. Ah, yes, now I remember this part. Ugh. So I gotta get these, like, turbines working in order to extend the bridge. Actually get them stopped, I think it is. It's kind of weird. Those things, you plug in the power and then it, like, makes them stop. Or I had to pull one out. Come with me, little power cube. You will be my new companion cube. Okay, so don't need to go down there just yet. That's like a little shortcut. Don't need to do it. Gonna lead me back to where I was. Alright, let's pull on the old light switch 3 times. Motel!
I don't think anyone's there, honey. Come on. We'll go to that motel we passed a while back.
Interesting. I don't remember that first time I played through. Check out the second room. Okay. Thought I rang the bell. Third place should open up. Okay, so chair needs to be ajar. Okay. So radio's there, chair's pulled out, that's fine. Kind of busy here. It's like, hey, go back to this place. It's like, I need to figure out this puzzle first. Chair, radio, potted plant. And now there's a bridge.
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
Once again, the old magic key.
Reminder: if the contents of your workspace have been rearranged, removed, added to, or altered in any other way, you should immediately leave the area while speaking to yourself in a reassuring tone. This will not only keep you calm, but also the room. Thank you for your attention.
Yes. Remember, you need to stay calm and the room calm because you don't want the room to get angry. Because in this place, that's a natural thing that can happen. Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose functions are currently unknown. Specific shape of the dimension of the Atlas, see that file, seem to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual walls, floors, and shifts. Atlas changes form, but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change, and only ever occurs between frames when monitored by surveillance cameras. So if it's 60 frame, it will do it between half a frame in order to, so it can't be observed. Appears there is that the change corresponds to house shifts, not the Atlas is a blank of blank itself. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same blank material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observation will probably aid in discovering its purpose. Okay then. What's upstairs? Drop down in the same place I'm pretty sure I was just in. Why is it so bright in here? Oh, these guys suck. But goodies! Maybe? Yay! Something.
I'm glad to see you're still you.
You left the maintenance section! Why?
Hey, thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death.
The Hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. Well, Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a Hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway. Look, we are just treading water here, and the Hiss keep coming. Salvador would know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and, well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't know me.
My uncontrollable flatulence.
Failed people.
You've done a good job here, Arish, but you should take your people and get to the base in Executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
You would think so. You think it like actually be the opposite effect, because you just like have the buns of steel. You know, crushing coal into like a piece of charcoal into a diamond in 2 days, but apparently it's the opposite effect. Let's see, anything around here? Is the door open at all? No. I think I get the ability to float back here in the quarry.
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster.
Swan boat. Discovered 1983. Made of fiberglass. Item emits a pulse of physical force, an estimated force of blank possible. Seized from an activity rental service located on Lake Blank in Vancouver Island, Canada. After he ejected numerous riders over the course of a summer, bringing the boat to the attention of the media, item was transported to the Bureau by helicopter. Let's see, a containment specialist accompanied it, sent to recite formulas C9 through 32 recursively. What occurs to the helicopter is not known, but all agents were lost in the crash. Item was recovered and then transported by train. Arrived at the Bureau without further incident.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism?
Okay, I know what I'm gonna fight here. Kind of a pain in the butt, like most things are, but as long as you have dash, it's okay. Like the first time you fight, like you get wiped out because you gotta try to figure out what the pattern is. And basically it's gonna, like, this thing's gonna like materialize, it's gonna like warp in the view. You need to dash out of the way in any direction, like basically left or right, to avoid, because it's gonna instantly throw crap at you, and it's just gonna stand there for a second, so you can get a couple shots off or hit it with some projectiles of your own. But you gotta make sure you have that dash ready.
What the fuck?
So I make it look simple, but it's like you fight a lot of those coming up. Do I have any new? I'm sure I do. Mods, launch efficiency 11, 12. Nope. Damage 31 versus... Yeah, let's equip that. That's a lot better. Here's this damage after kill. We'll put the other damage booster on it. Heard that message. Hotline, don't care about hotlines. They're just like, oh, you gotta make sure when you leave a big deuce in the toilet to make sure you flush twice, you know. Once for the bulk, once for the remainder.
There are areas in the oldest house where under the right conditions...
BlackRock allowed the Bureau to make great strides in containment procedures since it was first discovered. This report will examine how those very structures comprised of blank densely nullifies resonates with the range of so-and-so. Bureau innovations that incorporate BlackRock will be analyzed, most notably in the fire breaks. So, yeah. So basically, start investigating stuff.
Other dimensions leak in. We call these areas thresholds.
Let's learn more about it.
There are areas in the oldest house where under the right conditions, when the frequencies match, other dimensions leak in. We call these areas thresholds. The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where BlackRock comes from. Extra-dimensional matter. It has the unique property of blocking out a lot of frequencies. A good thing. It keeps things stable, contained. Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need to keep in check. That's what the BlackRock line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. Blackrock 665. Neighbor of the Beast. Get it?
So you expect it to be part of a puzzle? It's not. You don't need to know that number at all.
We can do that again if you...
At the FBC, they all believe in one takes.
The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's...
Alright guys,
This
maintenance
should get us
card.
into the quarry.
where black rock comes from.
You heard that too, right?
Dimensional matter.
Black rock comes from a threshold, the quarry. So, the prisms must be there too.
Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things. We absolutely need to keep...
Going down to the quarry.
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it feels right. Like how the world should be. I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave. Even with all the horror, I'm happy.
Psychologists call that messed up.
Feels sane. Or just the right kind of insane.
Who dare shoot at me? Show yourself, so I may end your life. Like I'm still hearing music. Alright, no more music, good. Yeah, it just leads me back. Don't need to go there. Did that earlier and it's like, you go through, it's like one way, haha. It's like, ah, crap, so you have to reload, you know, do another fast travel and work your way back. One shot. Oh, now they caught on. This is where the elevator's broken.
Elevator's broken.
Yep.
Gotta get down the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way, so like, how many times are you doing this, Jesse? I can hear his somewhere. See the red glow down there. It's okay, it's just my shins. I don't need my tibia, fibula, femur, anything like that. It's all good. All overrated. And now the elevator will work. Yay! No more crazy climbing for me. Oh, rebound. Cool. Okay, nothing cool back here. For equipment order, need additional diamond blades ASAP. Continuous rim this time to get the clean cut. Research 1, so black rock shit is tough. We're going through blades like they're made of we're made of the damn things. Eventually these slabs, black rock they want are outrageous. Or the grief they're causing me. These fire breaks better to be worth it. Okay. So it's extremely hard, dense material. Yeah.
Not what I expected.
So we're still inside the building, but now at an alternate dimension, part of the galaxy universe somewhere. It's open air. Trippy. I have the high ground, haha. I can hit you. Hold still, let me hit you. And a miss. Good. It's like, I gotta run and get all this health. I need it. Oh great, 2 of them. Hey, T. Wallace. Well, that's pretty much the whole object of the game. Just murder everything with ruthless efficiency. I mean, maybe Luke would have completed his Jedi training if it was this cool. quarry incident. During a weekly safety inspection of the quarry threshold, discovered the entire crew in a state of blank. The whole team was blank, aligned and staring in a uniform direction, the city in the distance. Despite the most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained blank for more than X amount of minutes. Had to resort to literally slapping the crap out of them, Three Stooges style. Trying to make popcorn, it burned. Oh no, burned popcorn is like the worst smell because it just lingers forever. That's why a lot of workplaces ban it. And rightfully so. But you tried to do it. I mean, that's the whole fallacy of Yoda. He's like, do or do not. There is no try. So either you did it or you didn't. You did or did not, but you still tried, so that still counts. Yoda's full of shit. Just calling it what it is. just being real.
And there it is.
Yeah, that and fish.
Led me.
Things you don't want to
HRAs,
bring to work.
The prisms, they mean something to you. I need to get this prism to Marshall before it's too late. HRAs, then Dylan.
So now I gotta get out of the quarry. I got these lovely jerk things on my tail. They're all over the place. Which no longer becomes a problem. Where's the elevator? It's back in this direction up. Worked at a school where someone would cook fish in the microwave every day. Yeah, that's like grounds for a beating right there. And this is a dead end, not a good place to be. Start climbing. I don't have a float, so I can't make it there. Imagine coming and put popcorn 99 minutes and walk away. Yeah, that's gonna start a fire, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure, at least. And teleport out as fast as you can. There we go. No, 99 seconds, like 99 minutes. That'd be impressive for Microwave to do that. Well, 99 seconds won't pop anything, unfortunately. I'm just going to be confused why somebody put a bag in of popcorn that wasn't popped. Previous company, somebody from another office complained about something cooked in the toaster oven. Yes, I would never do that. That would be crazy. Yeah, it's like things we don't allow, like in certain places that have worked. Like I've had to officially have them banned were microwave popcorn, fish, and Indian food. While I love Indian food, when you reheat it in the microwave, it smells like somebody just threw a dirty diaper in there and just started cooking it. It's just not good when you reheat it. It's not a pleasant smell.
Had to take a detour into the quarry, but I found plenty. Here.
We will start HRA production immediately. I promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
I lied.
This is it. She knows. 17 years I've waited.
Your brother is here. He was once known as Prime Candidate 6, codename P6. We brought him here after the Ordinary event.
You have to really wonder, though,
He was
Ronnie.
named to be
Like,
the
seriously.
future director. He had talents far beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond. Are you with him now?
So you kidnapped him?
We took him in. Your parents vanished along with every other adult in Ordinary.
Japanese curry,
Eventually,
fine. Indian
his power
curry,
changed
whoa.
him.
So you
There
reheat
were
that, that's
casualties.
another smell you don't want
He
to
wasn't
experience.
fit to be the director.
Did you know about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away?
Where is Dylan?
It might be.
He's kept
It's
in the
not, but it might
containment
be.
sector in the Panopticon.
David Cage.
My brother. I thought we were the same.
Yeah, I have become Detroit. I got that for free from PS Plus.
I'm going.
It's like,
Now.
yeah, this totally isn't a game about the civil rights. Trust me,
I need
it
to
has
go check
nothing to
on
do with it. Wink, wink. It's like,
Something I cannot let the Hiss find. It shouldn't take long, but you must watch the Bureau while I'm gone. And remember, Dylan is dangerous. Do not let him out, Director Faden.
How do I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them. Nothing simple here.
so my
These
brother's
people
here.
Took my brother, but
He's been
they
locked
accepted
away
me
because they
without
thought he was going to be
question.
director, but apparently something
Are
went
they my
wrong with him.
enemies or my friends?
Yes. Punch her in the
need to see
ovaries.
Dylan.
No babies for you! Wham!
I need to know.
As one of my friends was fond of telling me. She's like, Ken, you know what you need to do?
You could tell me what you
Run
know.
up there,
Explain
kick her in the
things.
stomach, kick her around the ovaries, yell, no babies for you!
Stay with me, okay?
And it's advice that I've kept close all these years.
I could use a friend right now.
Well, maybe, you know, if her anus is bleeding, she can use that Brazilian butt blaster to tone it up. Jesse. It's like where I live, we have a colorectal surgery place, and they advertise about colonoscopies. Like, you don't have to do the prep work beforehand, which is basically if you've never had one done, you have to take a whole bunch of laxatives and just go. You're on the toilet for like 3 hours. Things are coming out you didn't know were in there still. You're like, but the entire time they have this pleasant voice like, we do it on site. You don't have to worry about the prep and everything else and taking time off for work. While they're showing a family of 5 going to some buffet and eating constantly. I'm like, is the buffet, do you get to go to the buffet after you do that before, or is all the food at the buffet laced with the laxative? That's how they get you to go? You know, I have questions, and it's a weird commercial. Where can you find a girl like that? Tinder these days, pretty much. But, you know, just make sure she doesn't give you Jenny's number, because that's happened. You know, get Jesse and Jenny mixed up, and it gets really embarrassing when you call 867-5309, and you're like, hey, Jesse, and she's like, this is Jenny. It wrecks the entire night. No one's getting anything. No one's happy. It's not worth it. No, we didn't see what you did with Jesse's girl reference. Nope, not a Rick Springfield reference at all. Sorry, T. Wallace. Don't know what to tell you. Alright, let's see. So, no more upgrade points. That's fine. Astral constructs. Can I build anything? No! Oh, come on. I'm missing 1 house memory. I need that to upgrade my grip. Get the base gun going. Let's see where I need to go. Containment, Panopticon. This is where I get the floatability. Yeah, Nimix is the OG of the group here. He wins by default. Do I have containment? No, I don't have containment yet. I need to go to the elevator. Which is another confusing thing. The game doesn't tell you, like, hey, like, to get to new places, you have to go to the elevator to get to them. And then you can get out. It's like, oh, okay. My past life, I lived to be 8 years old.
sector. Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison.
Oh, yeah.
Dangerous.
Well, you have to try. I mean, she gave you that scone, then you know it's legit. I mean, if you see a psychic and she doesn't give you a scone, don't even. I mean, just disregard all knowledge. Clearly, does not have your best interest in mind. Is not telling the truth. Let's see, health 20, 33. This will go bye bye. Don't really just stand there and don't do anything. It's like, thank you, you're making my job easier. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what hit me. Oh, rocket. Get rid of that. That's kind of dangerous. Not even blueberries going, dude. Let's tell you, man. You gotta have a well, yeah, and make sure it's 2 of them because you gotta have 1 for each hand. And then they can like read your palm and move the crumbs out of the way, you know, and tell you so forth. This game has a cover system like Gears of War, not quite. There isn't really a cover system. This is your cover system, just ducking like this, doing your squats, up, down, up, down. And hopefully there's something there just hiding around a corner. There's no like sucking into cover. There isn't like convenient waist-high barricades everywhere like the Gears series. You lied to me. No. You're mine. Cinnamon scone. I don't think I've ever had a cinnamon scone. That should just tell you right there. That doesn't seem right. You work for me now. Go, kill my enemies. Yeah, cinnamon scone just sounds entirely wrong. I mean, it's basically like you tried to make a cinnamon bun and just failed, is what it seems like to me. Object power seem important at first. Yeah, we've seen that memo before. It's just the same thing over. Anything here? Check upstairs.
Reminder, this week, any documents that suddenly appear pink, light red, or any shade in between must be incinerated immediately. Failure to do so will result in termination and possible bodily harm. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, so remember, anything that's pink or red, destroy it immediately, or
Reminder,
you'll be fired, or
week, any
the documents
that
could kill
suddenly
you.
appear pink, light red, or any shade in between must be incinerated immediately. Failure to do so will result in termination and possible bodily harm.
Yes.
Thank you for your attention.
No explanation why that is, why suddenly the red or pink sheets are deadly. But here we are. Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be in a Rachel Ray scone. It would have to be like vinegar, a lot of salt, maybe some sage as well. Hold still. You didn't hold still. Yeah, Seize is a nice ability. It's like that was too close to try to risk it. No, it'd just be sudden. Like if all of a sudden, like you have a white paper, and all of a sudden you notice it like turned like pink or red, you know something was up. So if you're colorblind like me, that could be a problem. Next thing you know, like your posted pads are trying to murder you and fly around the room and doing Lord knows what.
Someone needs help over there.
Someone needs help over here.
I'm here. What happened to you?
Well, it's because she's no longer plugged into the Matrix. That's the big thing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Speaking of the Matrix, if you haven't heard, they're remaking the Matrix.
Altered item. We
And Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss are coming back as Neo and Trinity.
The Bureau
Be interesting since they're both dead in the series.
We followed the altered item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready. Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic. Please, you gotta get him out of there. I'll be fine, really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry, the threshold.
Well, he's too busy being Donnie Darko and Mysterio, so yeah, you may have noticed that everyone has like these really old World War I weapons, you know, and things like that. It's like, okay, and why is everything so old? Like 60s technology type deal for like computers from like late 70s, nothing later than that. There's a document you find somewhere in this game that basically says anything you bring in that's like modern technology, the house you're in, the old house, it doesn't like it and it'll destroy it. So, or it won't work at all. Like you bring in a laptop or computer, it just won't turn on or it'll explode. So after a certain time frame, it stops liking certain technologies. So that's why everything is so retro in this entire building. Remember one of these times you open the door and like there's a monster in one of them? Okay, so I need to find out what time it needs to be. There's a clock somewhere. Here it is. It needs to be... Don't care about the hiss nodes. Okay, about 2:26. You got close enough, the game's just like, whatever, we're moving it too fast for you. That's fine. Oh, you can see what time it is. It's holding it down. You don't need to hold down. You just need to press X. It doesn't tell you. It just says back, but you gotta hit X to do it. Make it go. Yeah, BioShock Infinite. Oh, you brought back some memories there, T. Wallace. Yeah, that was a game that was another problem of, like, we're gonna start showing off the gameplay, and we have no idea what it's gonna be yet. And people are like, well, where is it, and why does it look radically different from the original demos and everything? They're like, well, we didn't settle on a story, and when they finally did, it was just garbage. But yeah, this could have definitely been it, because that's where the story goes at the end, is like all these different infinite possibilities and stuff that she kind of goes through. And it just turns out like, oh yeah, you're actually, you know, I'm your daughter you gave away years ago, and yeah. And one version, the crazy cult person you've been fighting is another you from a different dimension. It's like, what? It's like, you didn't spend too much time on the story, did you? It's like, and he's like, no, I didn't.
This Wells guy can't be far.
So where am I? In the sealed threshold container. Alright, containment. Yeah, zip lines were kind of cool, but...
clocks he was talking about.
Yeah, there's clocks everywhere, and there's a reason for that. Something is making them. But I am not strong enough to fight just yet. Yeah, but if you want to like to see something like really trippy, just like look at the first demo they showed off of BioShock Infinite, because that game is like completely different from what it came out to be. BioShock 1 I liked, I really did, but it's like those mechanics have not held up at all. When you get to fight the golden dudes, you don't.
Are you Wells? Your friend asked me to come looking for you.
That must be Horowitz. Glad he got out. I stayed back to help the others. Did a shit job of it, clearly.
You tried.
And you failed.
That's enough.
Never try.
Horowitz needs your help now. How do we get out of here?
We should head back through the threshold. We can look for other survivors as we go.
We better hurry. Which way?
Just follow the blood.
Well,
let's go.
There's the blood. You okay, sir? Very quiet. Yeah, worst effect ever. It's like, I'm not sure what you're doing, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't any type of medical technique I've ever seen. He's got level 9 clearance. I am the director. I run this entire place. I have like a clearance level of 5. Explain that, please.
What's with the clocks?
Threshold effect. This used to be a regular office land before the threshold manifested. The forces at play in there got a hold of some
These are
of
just
those
like
old
outtakes
clocks and
of
started
the
duplicating.
videos.
Now the office is abandoned and its clocks all the way down.
Don't look at me! Get back to work. Yeah, it's like, I'm the director, I only run the place. I mean, apparently I'm not that important. I have to play this. I have to stream this game on low settings. But I'll tell you, man, when like you play this on higher end, like DirectX 12, like full graphic settings, like all the stuff that goes flying around the room is crazy. Especially this part, you just like clocks flying everywhere, and parts and gravel. It's really cool.
Think you can find a way around?
Let me see. So, you came down here for an altered item?
The anchor, yeah. Langston said it'd be a simple item retrieval.
Yeah.
The power that thing had.
I would think so. Because you kind of need him to get out of here and for this entire story to progress, so I wonder if the game gives it like immunity so he can't die? Post-box supplement. It's described in the town of Jasper Crossing, Arizona, after the communications department intercepted multiple phone calls to local authorities, regarding frozen people in the streets. 4 of the 5 dispatched agents became paralyzed upon arriving at the scene. Additional assessment teams were dispatched. Variations of identification formulas were tried with ineffectual results. Agents resorted to using aerial photography to study the positioning of the paralyzed individuals. Soon after, agents discovered the event's epicenter to be the local post office. Yeah, seems like something I should test someday. Like, I don't think you can get him killed. I really don't think he can really die from there. Unaffected agents cleared the area of all paralyzed civilians, animals, and Bureau personnel before beginning to study the item. Agents deemed susceptible to the item were tasked with interviewing and re-informing the public away from the site. The item was soon placed in a transport vehicle manned by unaffected agents. Air travel had been deemed too dangerous given the item's effect. Numerous reports of temporary paralysis were reported by civilians along the truck's route from Arizona to New York City. So they have this item that's paralyzing and freezing people. They're like, well, it's too dangerous to fly it, so we're going to drive it across America. And they're just driving around just like making people freeze temporarily in place and causing problems all the way across the country. Good job.
Thanks.
No problem.
That's O'Neill. Shit. No one else got out.
Hi, Keiko. Welcome back. Hi. Just as the problems come. Hey. What you doing, buddy? Meow. That's all you gotta say? You having fun? Hey, you were outside. Can you come up here, rub against the microphone? Yep. Jumped up on top of the desk, rubbed into the microphone. Good job, Keiko. Good job. Yeah. Alright, so I'll be right back in a second. I need to throw something into the dryer real fast. Where are you going? Come here. My cat that I've trained to shake paws, which always freaks people out. They're like, "What?" It's like a dog trick. I'm like, "Yeah, I've trained her to do that." She listens to me. Yes, you do. Good girl. All right. So I'll be right back in a minute here. I'll put up the BRB screen. Mute the geeks, I guess. I'll leave the microphone on so you can just hear background ambient noise. I'll be back in about 30-40 seconds. Hang tight. You come out here too? All right. I'm back. He's on here. Bring back the scene. Do that real quick. Pull up my YouTube page real fast. Yeah, here we go. So this is kind of fun. So I literally, this is like taking my old crappy apartment when I first got here, like not too long. Well, actually, it was a couple of years ago. So she'd been with me probably about a year or so before she started to be kind of a little more tame and learn things. Because I got her, she was borderline feral. This was taking like a potato camera phone that I had at the time. Let's see, desktop. Here we go.
Shake. Good girl. Good job, Keiko.
Yep. Like I said, I taught my cat to shake. Control. There we go. Alright, so back to the game. Let's get this up here. Close the door slightly. And let's kill that guy who's trying to run at me. Ah, these guys. Surprised I managed to hit him like that. Yeah, he does not have a health bar right now, so he cannot die. La la la. Hi there. Refrigerator. He tells us why he left the building that day. I was running out to get eggs for his corner store on 30th, so I left Michael there on his own. I wouldn't be gone long. He was drawing on the table when I left. His crayons out, happy. The building came down while I was a block away. I ran back, started digging. City workers found Mikey later beside the fridge. Drawings hadn't come off. A ton of bricks fall on it, and those drawings are still there. How does that happen? I was like, he kept the refrigerator after the accident? Why? Well, it still had his drawings. God must have kept them safe for a reason, right? Get home from work and stare at them all night. I was in a bad way back then. Why'd you sell the fridge with your son's drawings on it? Still on it. Took off my glasses for a second, put them back on so I can see. Okay, they gotten stuck to it or something. Thought about cutting them off those magnets, but maybe it was better I didn't, maybe it's better I didn't hold on to them, Gotta move on, everyone says. So my fridge gotta deal with the building collapse anyhow. The fridge is gonna become very important in a little bit. Dude, I am following your lead. You're supposed to be telling me where to go. It's actually over here.
Horowitz ordered a retreat. We got out, but Hiss were waiting for us. I took Horowitz to the motel court and went back for the others.
That was brave of you.
I'm the medic. That's my job. Just keep going straight.
Right into that fight. Yeah, cool thing about this game is if you do a dash right before you hit the ground, before you have the levitate or the float, it negates fall damage. So it basically breaks your downward momentum.
Come on. The motel court is on the other side of logistics. Horowitz should still be there.
These are all like foreshadowing to things we're gonna have. Let's see, where am I at? Okay. Now we get ready for a boss fight. Actually, let me go back over here in case I die, which is a possibility. Oops. Astral constructs, what can you give me? Nothing! They're like, hey, you can upgrade all these things, but you don't have anything to do it with. You're missing all the much needed things. Thanks, game. Ooh, the charge is great. I love the charge. I need more remote thoughts. That one basically launches like little missiles, which is a lot of fun. Okay, he didn't follow me. Wait, I have to talk to him or make him go?
Let's go.
Really? I'm not sure where you're going. I'm going to take the shortcut. I'm going to take the direct route. It's like, here, run around over this confusing way. No, I'll just go in here.
Shit.
Harwoods. Oh, God, no. You hiss, motherfucker!
Oh crap. It's like you definitely want to get room between him and you. Such a satisfying thunk.
I should talk to Wells. Make sure he's okay.
Dude, are you okay? Stop moving. Stop moving. There. It's like,
I'm sorry.
speak to the chase.
Thanks. And thanks for coming to get me. Horowitz's HRA must have been damaged in the threshold. Guy never put himself first. At least the anchor-altered item is still locked away down in the clocks. I hope it rots down there.
That altered item needs to be dealt with before it hurts anyone else. I should go back down and contain it.
Not right
Head to the
now.
executive sector, Wells. They could use a medic.
Thank you, Director. I'll go see what good I can do there.
You have to be able to levitate in order to fight the anchor, which is like a big giant boat anchor. And it's like spews clocks for whatever reason. Four, three. Okay, so I'm logistics already, so that's pretty much where I need to be. Go this way. The Wall of Honor. They were the heroic agents who gave their lives to forces known and unknown for the protection and greater knowledge of all humankind. And it's all everyone who's died. CIA has a very similar wall in their entrance. It's like I'm trapped in here. Yeah, there's mold already in this room. The first time I unlocked it, I'm like, I'm going in here, and just, yeah, almost died. Was very dumb. Ooh, charge velocity boost. So when I finally get the charge, that's going to make everything launch a lot faster, because the projectiles are kind of slow. Remember, the one that I had was actually launching them like around... Gosh, So it's like 54% increase in speed or something crazy. Don't care about reload speeds. Yeah, 49, not bad. Yeah, don't want to do that yet. Okay. So I'm still locked out, though. That's where we first started encountering, like, mold people, I think. Yep. Just funnel them back through here. That's where it is. This game teaches you really fast. Where you run into an open room like this, like, you just expect an ambush to be coming any second. Okay, nothing back here.
P6 is what the Bureau calls Dylan. His cell's been breached. Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
So now I can take a shortcut through. Now we get to go back to the motel again. It's court time. And T-Wallace just went live right now. Well, that guy's having a bad day. Right, everything's upside down.
It's been a long time since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him.
Logan Kiko.
What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Things as hard for him as they were for me.
What's up?
Maybe in here, they were even harder.
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jessie, the new director. I need to get inside.
New director? Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director.
It's alright,
so
New Mix, don't worry, I'm actually going to be... There's like a save point right after I get done talking to this guy, so I'm editing myself, but... Good to have you hanging out. Finally getting back to work like you said, that's always good, so... Enjoy getting paid, even better. So I will definitely catch you next time.
Faden? Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV? It's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there.
Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that. Here, I'll get the door for you. And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Thanks, Langston.
Ooh, the shade.
Numerous cell breaches on everything.
The Panopticon. Dylan's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find him.
Save point activated. Alright, finally, okay. Charge, I love charge. Yep, so I can then show... And where's the faster one there? Blast radius. Ooh, I like blast radius. That's a good one. There's one, like when you get to do the second one, like that projectile speed's fast and blast radius up goes even more fun. So it's just basically like, I'll do over here. And it sucks things in, so like you got people rushing at you to shoot them at the feet. It just has more explosive damage. It's a lot of fun. So it's like, usually this is the secondary weapon I'll use when fighting bad guys. But it does go a little slow when you get like the faster upgrade, they just go whipping right along. But yep, that's the weapon I like to do there for it, so... As mentioned earlier here, reached the end of the stream for today. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow on the 24th, but I will be back on the 25th. Definitely need to take some time off and rest up, even though it doesn't seem like streaming is a lot of work. It wears me out among the other things I do, so usually I take like a long just nap when I can. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. Definitely do appreciate it. Nimix, T. Wallace, Ronnie, and whoever else was lurking. You guys are always cool and always welcome in the chat. So I tend to stream normally around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just type that into Google or copy and paste. It'll tell you for wherever you are in the world. Also, check me out on Twitter at Wurzel555 if you feel like coming back. And if you're not following already, or even if you are following, I usually post up there around 2 or 3 hours in advance if I'm going to be streaming and what I'll be playing. I'm definitely enjoying. This is my second playthrough of Control, so I'm having a blast doing that and just, you know, knowing where things are all of a sudden, so I've had to kind of stumble my way through them. So that's definitely something fun to do. So probably on the 25th, I will probably give Control maybe a break for like the next stream, and then come back to it like on the 26th or so. I'll probably tackle Mega Man X3, which I should hopefully be able to beat in just one stream, fingers crossed. So I'll probably do that on the 25th when you guys come back. But for now, I'm going to do a raid on T. Wallace. He's doing Euro Truck Simulator, and if you've never seen him drive in this game, it's funny because he just attracts everybody who's hardcore about this game, and they yell at him like, we're going to kick you off our servers, you know, you don't drive right. And it's like, that's half the fun of it. So thanks for hanging out. Hopefully see you guys on the 25th.